Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bengals series in Madden 01. We are here in episode 23, I believe, in year 3, kicking year 3 off in Baltimore against the Ravens, against Tony Banks and the Ravens. And Jamal Lewis and Unc, Shannon Sharp, and all those fabulous faces that they have here in Baltimore, man. It's the Ravens. The Ravens. Their team really hasn't changed, I don't think, a whole lot from that Super Bowl team in 2000. 99, 2000, I think it's 2000. But we have changed somewhat, kind of. We still have Achilles Smith and Peter Warrick and Corey Dillon, so I don't know how much we've changed. But we are hopefully a slightly better team here, and it is important that we get off to a hot start, kind of like we have before. But Shannon Sharp is already picking up a big gain for the Ravens, getting them the first down. So 1st and 10 here, just about close to midfield. Tony Banks is going to drop back. He's got pressure on him, but he gets rid of the football down the middle of the field, and he finds Shannon Sharp again, who is gone. No one's going to catch him, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. So on 2 straight completions to Shannon Sharp, the Ravens find themselves on the board early here in this ball game, striking early first. So on a 3rd and very long here from our own 21-yard line, we need to pick up a first down, if at all possible. Achilles Smith has all day to make a throw, and he makes the right throw, and he finds, I don't know who that is. Oh, it's Peter Warrick. Who else but Peter Warrick himself makes the huge completion, and we flip the field for our offense, and it's now 2nd and 10 here at the 26-yard line, the Ravens' 26-yard line. Pressure gets onto Smith, and he gets absolutely bodied, but manages to get rid of the football in time. I mean, look at this, bro. Right over his back. Just gets rid of that, and then it gets gobbled up here. It was straight enough of a ball here to get to, I think, Gross, our fullback, is the one who caught that. I believe it's him. Yeah, that is Gross, the fullback, who made that gross catch on that gross throw. So we are at 3rd and inches. We need to pick up a few more just to get the first down. And Corey Dillon says, how about more than a first down, coach? How about the whole enchilada? Into the end zone goes Corey Dillon for his first score of the season. He had a great season last year, despite what all the gameplay we watched would tell you. But he gets off to a hot start to things here by getting us into the end zone on a very nice run, just following the blocks in the space that he had up the middle. And on the extra point, I normally don't show this, but hold on, John Green doinks the extra point off the crossbar, off the upright, off the right upright. He doinks it. So, I mean, this is not current NFL. This is back in the day, man, when it's a chip shot. It's from the 2-yard line, and he misses it. So the Ravens hold on to a 1-point lead here. So on 1st and 10, they give it to Jamal Lewis, has a block up front, shakes off one tackle, shakes off another tackle. Can we get the shoestring? No, we cannot, and Jamal Lewis is gone into the end zone. No one is going to catch him. I don't know how we didn't catch him by the line of scrimmage, man, but a 72-yard touchdown by Jamal Lewis gives the Ravens another surge of points here early in this game. And look at that, man. Just a small enough gap here. Shakes off one, shakes off another, and he is just off to the races. One last man. I think that was Rondé Barber who made that diving tackle try attempt, and Simmons is in pursuit, but he can't catch up to Jamal Lewis. He's got just enough speed. And so 14-6 is now your score here late in the first quarter. We have another opportunity with the football. What can we get cooking, if anything at all? 1st and 10, we give it to Corey Dillon, and Corey Dillon shakes off one, shakes off another, and this guy has some open space and bursts past that defender, but he catches up and makes the shoestring tackle, and it's a big pickup for Corey Dillon. The only reason I showed that is because we don't normally get big plays for Corey Dillon, but I wanted to spotlight him because he's having a good game so far. Only so far. We still have a lot of game left to play, and the Ravens are just making us look silly as Quadre Ismail's behind all of our defenders, and he makes a great catch and is just gone off to the races. There's no shot, man. 83 yards from Tony Banks to Quadre Ismail, and the Ravens offense is just absolutely rolling all over us in the first quarter. 21-6. I think 21 points has to be among the most points we've ever given up on defense in a quarter, man. Just an absolute disaster from our defense, man. It's a unit that should be a little bit better this year, and just off to a terrible start here. So we cut to the back half here of the second quarter here, under a minute left to go, and we have an opportunity with the football to maybe answer back and make this game a little bit more respectable. Achilles Smith under some pressure finds Chris Waller, who's off to the races here, brings a couple Ravens with him, but gets inside the 20 to get us in the red zone here. Time expiring, the clock is running. We're going to try and run the hurry up here and see if we can reshuffle the deck here, keep the Ravens on their toes. Achilles Smith is just going to try and throw it again here, pump fakes, and then throws it to the back of the end zone and finds Horn. That's Horn who he finds. Adam Horn, I believe. he finds in the back of the end zone, but he is well out of bounds, so we're going to have to try this one again. It's 2nd and 10 with the clock stopped at 24 seconds, so opportunity here to get potentially 6 more points here. Hopefully we can get what we missed, and we find Gross. I think it's Gross, the fullback, and it is, and he makes the catch here in traffic, man. He was a well-contested catch. Achilles Smith just kind of fits that in there, again under pressure, really just trying to run for his life and get the ball out just in time. That's why he was probably injured last season, is because we just can't seem to protect him as well as we did in year 1. But Gross, man, is making his case for a receiver so far in this game as he catches that touchdown. And we don't really want to risk anything with a 2-point conversion this early in the game. So we just take the extra PAT, which John Green does make, and put your score at 13-21 to end the first half. But this Ravens offense is still going to try and do some things here, as Tony Banks cannot connect with his receiver on that one. So 4th and 8, they're going to have to bring up the kicking unit to try and see if they can extend their lead to 11 points. And it is up, and it is off the crossbar. It is doinked. Not enough power there. I mean, this is a long field goal, man. That had to be close to 50 yards, I believe. Kicking it from behind or past their own 40-yard line or our 40-yard line, and it just doinks off the crossbar. Maybe with a yard or two closer, and it probably would have been good, just scraped by. But so we keep the Ravens off of the scoreboard on that drive, and Achilles Smith is running for pressure. He shakes off a man and has plenty of time to make a new decision, and he finds Gross, the fullback, again, who hauls it in inside the 5-yard line. I don't understand this, man. How is our fullback absolutely just outpacing all of our receivers right now? It just seems to be the one route that they're not covering. Wherever Gross is on the field, the Ravens just can't seem to lock him down, and this is a crazy play. Look at this, man. The pressure immediately, like pressure off the line immediately. And what a great play by, I don't know who that was. That was Corey Dillon, who picked up Ray Lewis, man. Just enough time, just gets rid of Ray Lewis just to give Achilles Smith enough time to make a decision on an open receiver, man. What a crazy change of events for our offense, man. Just absolutely nuts. So 1st and goal here from our own 1-yard line. And Achilles Smith is going to keep it himself and just walk it into the end zone for a rushing touchdown. Now remember, his Madden profile does say that he is a scrambler. We don't see a lot of scrambling from Achilles Smith, but he does it there and gets the touchdown. So on the extra point attempt, we're going to give it to Corey Dillon, who looks like he might have had a lane to cut up into the end zone, but gets kind of caught on some blocks and can't get the 2-point conversion. So the 3rd quarter will end in 19-21 is your score. So we did manage to come back in this game. The Ravens have been held scoreless in 2 quarters now, man. So our defense has woken up, maybe started off a little slow, and Corey Dillon's not starting off slow as he gets another open gap, and he is off to the races. No one's going to catch him. The first man misses. Oh, is this man going to catch him? No, he's not, and he's off 10-5. Touchdown for Corey Dillon. So we see Jamal Lewis's 72-yarder, and Corey Dillon answers back with a 93-yarder himself. Absolutely insanity, bro, from the rushing attack on both teams. We never see plays like this from Corey Dillon, and he's got a few of them so far in this game, man. Just barely misses that first. I think it was Deuce McAllister, or not Deuce McAllister, what am I saying? But the other one on defense, I can't remember. Yeah, I mean, just off to the races. Ray Lewis can't catch him. He's definitely not going to catch him. And Corey Dillon, man, a massive, massive player. So on the 2-point conversion, we need to pick this one up if possible. Achilles Smith's going to drop back and float it to the back of the end zone to Chris Waller, who does haul it in, but he is out of bounds, and that was not going to count. So the Ravens now need to get something going on offense here, as they are now trailing in this game, and that is Shannon Sharp, who makes the catch in the middle of the field, but he gets blasted and is actually injured. I don't think it was a serious injury. I think he would come back, but he gets injured on that play. So Jamal Lewis is going to drop back and float it off to the left side. Jamal Lewis, man, what am I saying, bro? Tony Banks. Am I crazy? What's going on? I think it was a play action maybe that threw me off. I'm losing my mind here. So on inches here, they're going to go with Jamal Lewis to get the rest of the first down, to kind of keep possession here and burn some clock off, as we're trying to play keep away essentially now to see if they can just maybe get into the end zone to walk this one off. So, but Quadri Ismail gets the reception and gets enough for the first down and a little bit more. So the Ravens are going to move now with some urgency, because I guess they feel like they got to get this one in. They got to punch this one in. So on 1st and goal, Tony Banks is running for his life, and he gets brought down by Ross, who comes off the edge and gets right to the quarterback uncontested. So 2nd and goal, they're going to run the hurry up now from outside the 10-yard line. And Tony Banks drops back a little bit cleaner of a pocket, and he throws it off to the fullback, who gets brought down behind the line of scrimmage here, or just about at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and goal here from the 11-yard line. Essentially, again, they're just going to re-roll it and try this one again. A lot of clock is burned off, so the refs are taking their sweet time. Tony Banks drops back, another clean pocket here to make a decision, but the pressure does get to him, but he finds a wide-open Quadri Ismail in the end zone, surrounded by Bengals, but no one, I guess, just seemed to have the situational awareness to know where he was. So the Ravens do do get the go-ahead touchdown here. It's now 28-25. Achilles Smith wants the home run ball, and he finds Chris Waller, who hauls it in. So with a minute left to go, time is still expiring. The Bengals are just going to burn that time out, man, because we need to reshuffle the deck here and talk this one over. With a minute left to go here, there's an opportunity to at least tie the game, and so we could potentially win it with a touchdown, but we definitely want to at least get the tie. So Achilles Smith on the next play finds Chris Waller again right across the middle of the field, and he hauls it in, surrounded by Ravens, and gets the first down. So another timeout will be blown. First and 10, we're going to find Chris Waller again, who makes the catch and gets right out of bounds. Perfect heads-up play by Chris Waller. That's why we love him so much. 40 seconds left to go, though. It is 3rd and 12. We give it to Corey Dillon, and we're going to essentially burn the rest of our time because I think the game plan was kind of just run it up the middle a few times, and that is essentially all that's happened. So we're just going to kind of let the time go away here. And on 4th and 6, with time expiring, we're not burning the timeout, or I don't think we have any more. We're just going to let John Green kind of set up here and take his time to think this one over before he tries to nail this one through. Remember, he missed the chip shot, and this one is essentially a chip shot, but this one he nails through. So that's going to give us overtime football here in Baltimore to start our season. So we've played a lot of overtime football over the course of the series so far, and already we're starting the series off with an extra quarter of football. So at 28 apiece, which team is going to stay on top here? This is a divisional game, so it's very important to get to start off with the division win. We're going to get it off to Gross, who gets the first down and gets us into Baltimore territory. So things are looking good from the Ravens side, or from the Bengals side of the ball here. I'm losing my mind. We're going to go with a pitch to Corey Dillon, who gets away from a block in the backfield. He could potentially lost about 10 yards on that one, but he manages to cut a field. Heads-up player. And we're going to bring up John Green to try and nail this one through, as we couldn't get the first down, and he's got more than enough leg, but if you see this, he pushes it wide right, so I don't know what's going on with him today. He's just shanking him to the right for some reason, and that one misses. So we had an opportunity to walk this one off here. With a minute and 55 left to go, the Ravens have an opportunity to potentially win this thing now, and they've already worked it into our territory. But on 3rd and 6, they're going to go all out to the flat, essentially, and Shannon Sharp's going to walk out of bounds before he can cut upfield and get to the first down. So it's going to be 4th and pretty darn long, and the Ravens elected to punt, man. They didn't even try to kick the field goal. So with 13 seconds left to go here, we're looking at the Bengals' last drive, and we just floated it across the middle here. We were pinned deep. That punt pinned us deep inside the 5. It wasn't a touchback, so great punt by the Ravens, man, or else that could have been a humongous backfire on their part. And yeah, the clock's going to hit 000s, and that's going to be it, man. It's a tie. Can you believe it? Did you think you'd see a tie in this series? I mean, probably, but actually watch one and not sim one? Well, here's a tie, man. We start the year off with a tie. As crazy as that was, man. As absolutely crazy as that is, we start the season off with a tie. 28-28. Neither team wanted to try and win this one, so we're going to sim ahead. When I was recording these, I finally had realized that, hey, maybe I should record all these games I sim, so to kind of pace the videos out here. So we're going to sim through the next 2 weeks here, this Redskins and Broncos game. So we head to D.C. and get absolutely blown out by the Redskins, who are off to a hot start, and then we return home to welcome the Broncos for Sunday Night Football. It's the AFC title game rematch, and we managed to beat the Broncos in convincing fashion. So we win that grudge match, the best of 3. So we win that one. Okay, no take-backsies. Okay, we're the kings of the Broncos. But in the next video, we're going to welcome the Pittsburgh Steelers, our bitter rival, here on Monday Night Football. So I hope to see you guys there as we seek our 2nd win of the year, and first win against the Steelers in frickin' forever, man. We keep losing to the Steelers all the time. So I hope to see you guys at Paul Brown for Monday Night Football.